And then players will have to fly here to come and check it. As we get going in the bottom left-hand side, our red Zerg player. This is going to be Scarlett. Taking on, in the top right, our blue Terran player from Team Liquid, we have Cure. Best of 3, the ZvT coming at you as we get into our second match of the day, round of 16, and these tournaments typically do heat up already. As you can see, Cure versus Scarlett is obviously a pretty awesome round of 16 right off the bat. So expecting this to be a good bit of fun and some fun and interesting games. More than likely, as the Overlord heads to the top right side, look to see what's up. So the Overlord going across, we get settled. It's going to be having the hatch, gas, and pool on the way by. And we'll follow this Overlord for lack of anything better to follow until the Reaper or so takes to the stage. By best of 1, it is not, it's best of 3. I hadn't set up the scoreboard yet. Too busy reading chat, making jokes. Or was I? Was thinking of trying to do a an offline WardiTV event for the 10-year anniversary of WardiTV. If we did, it would probably be our crowdfunding plan for next year, I guess. But well, it might be kind of fun. Might be kind of fun. Might be kind of interesting. Command Center factory coming through, Marine and the SCV coming over, a couple Queens and the Overlord coming about, the drone on the way in as well. Let's have our Overlord chilling. I mentioned we follow the more interesting thing across the map, so let's go with the Reaper as it's out to the bottom left-hand side, starting to deal some damage, and a couple of Lings just getting chipped away at in the early stages. It's able to get some damage done, so a few Lings taking some damage. LCC's building, the drones are on the way through as well. And the Reaper hops up to the high ground and then going to hop back down as the Queen gets a few shots off, turning that Reaper back away and into the middle of the map. So Reaper back out to the center. What would my preferred location be? Oh, I would in my head, the plan is to run it at my house. Like if we did it, it would be like a very homely, like fun vibed event, you know? It would be very kind of chill and just have a good time. Not take it, like there'd be prize money, but like not take it super seriously or anything, you know? Probably be able to get like 4 PCs set up or something. Maybe have, like, I don't know how many players would be realistic, but maybe we could get like 8 players if we have 4 PCs set up. Maybe that would be something we could do. Morty house party, yeah. I don't know. Early, I mean, when I say early phase of the idea, I thought it was a cool idea. I haven't thought about any of the practicalities of it. No shot we have to come to the UK in May, as if you'd show up to a freaking tournament. I spent 2.5 years trying to get you to play in another WardiTV event online. You think I'm going to get you to fly somewhere? Play in something? Ay, ay, ay. My eyes are set on smaller talents than you, Reyno. I'm looking at the real desperate players of the world, the YouTubers, you know, the Harstums and people looking for opportunities. Reaper Hellions coming about. Did Reyno visit me when he lived in London? No. Well, I live as far away from London as you can really get in the UK, more or less. So, yeah, it's not not ideal. The Hellions going to gather. Going to go for a little bit of a poke up this Ram Queen. Going to be there. Just going to be seeing the Hellions firing up. Ella coming through. The Rotron coming through as well. We will see the Banshee coming across and going to go and put some damage onto the hatchery. Hellions will help to get rid of that. So the hatchery will get cancelled. We will get that kill. Again, a few more drones coming up. Overlord, Lair, Rotron continuing to come in for now. Spore Crawlers coming up as well. UK trains. Yeah, UK trains ain't the greatest. I mean, is anything in the UK the greatest? Probably not, no. Probably not. Yeah, I reckon if we did a bit of crowdfunding, I reckon we'd get like a 4 to 8 player mini weekend tournament in person. The good part about where I live is it's freaking cheap. So you can actually you could definitely get some cheap hotels and stuff for people, you know. It's definitely a big plus. The SCV's going down, a few drones are dropping, a couple of Banshees going to shoot, and the Queen's going to go firing back. One Banshee going down already, a few drones continuing up, Extractors in the hatchery continue to come in. We got the Creep Tumors on the way, 1-1 upgrades, and that Stim Pack building as well. And those 4 drones going down as the Hellions escape out into the center of the map. Still got the missile upgrades, the Carapace continue to come online for the moment, just bringing that through. The Roach Speed coming up as well. The Hellions will come by, taking a couple of Creep Tumors as we go, knocking all of that down. And yeah, the 1-1 upgrades in the Stim Pack, very much so, still on the way through for the moment. So just bringing that across as our Hellions will continue to wander about for the moment. Marines in the tank coming back through as well. It's been pretty, honestly, peaceful early game, no? I've been yapping on with chat, but honestly only because there's not really been much to take our attention back. A few SCVs went down, a couple of drones went down, a Banshee fell. It's a very playable game on both sides, though. No one's really taken like a serious move or serious advantage. When Scarlett played Korean Terrans, she was one of the players who I always felt like struggled so much with the first 5 to 10 minutes of a ZvT. If she could get past that first 5 to 10 minutes, I always felt like there was so much potential for her in a later game setup. But these early attacks and the early harassment, I feel like, is always the sort of thing that Scarlett struggled to get on top of. And yeah, we obviously expect Cure to be a little bit better practice than Scarlett right now. I mean, right now, this hatch on the left side looks as though it'll go down. I think Scarlett just kind of holding here to buy some time, and then eventually just mining off the bottom side base instead would be fine. Although she's actually going to make a dive forward, and she will get rid of the siege tank, so the hatchery gets to live. She bought enough time there. Not bad. Resources lost is pretty even. Only 200 resources lost worse for Scarlett than it is for Cure, so that's not too bad either. There's a few Marines moving now. Marines and Hellbats on the top side in position as well. Just going to relocate a little bit as our 2-2 upgrades, combat shield, vehicle weapons. We'll continue to build. A few Marines stemming down the bottom side. Siege tanks and Marines still coming up. Roaches are going to be stepping in there as the Marines get rid of one single Roach already. We get rid of a couple of Creep Tumors. A couple of Ravagers. It's going to chase the Hellbats away. The Marines can push back a little bit further as well. Investors coming up. Melee upgrade coming through. We'll just have ourselves the Bane Nest and the Hive continue to produce. A few more Lings coming in. We do have Marines, tanks, and Medivacs building as we speak, so bringing all of that through as the army of Cure continues to settle into the center of the map. So gathering into the middle, Banshee going to fire. Infestor actually taking some damage, a few shots coming out, and the Infestor very nearly going down, just about ends up chased away. The 2-2 upgrades coming around as well. I'm just going to get rid of another drone. He's going to push in. Roach is just going to step back. We do see the hatchery taking a lot of damage, is going to end up falling, so the hatchery will go down. Tanks and Marines gathering back in together. The Roach, Ravager, and Fest are going to look for a little bit of a dive forward. Burst of Vials coming through. A couple of siege tanks already being picked and chipped away at. Marines will get there. We'll get rid of the Queen. Still see the rest of these SCVs continue to set up a little bit as well. On the other side, we've got some Lings that are going to go running through. A few SCVs going to get picked away at there as well. That's 11 SCVs dropping down over on this side for the moment. Let's continue to push forward. Roach Ravager taking quite a few hits right now, still shoving up just for the moment there and getting some damage done. Roaches and Ravagers still gathering. A few more Roaches coming up. Melee upgrade, Burrow, +2 Carapace and +1 Melee coming in. 2-2 upgrades finishing up on those Engineering bays as well. As we get a couple more Infestors in the Burrow continuing to come online for the moment. Infestors and the Ultra coming up. Marine tank toward the upper left-hand side. Hatcher just going to get into place. Few Queens gathering together. Marine's going to go stimming into this left side as well. And a few drones begin to drop down already. Some Overlords going down as well. The Roach Ravager comes across and is going to keep those Marines and Medivacs at bay for the moment. Again, Ultra Cavern not far from finishing. Marine's going to dive the upper left-hand side. Get rid of a couple of Queens. Get after the hatchery. That's going to be a kill. Now we'll have some of our siege tanks able to siege up and get caught as well as our Marines. Continue to push through Infestors. Oh, you know, if you build Infestors, you really got to hope you look after them because they are so expensive, and the possibility of what you can do with a couple of Infestors is obviously absolutely huge. Couple throws of Valves. Marines get pushed and shoved backwards, so you have to take some steps in the other direction. Couple tanks are going to be there. Ravagers taking shots. 3-3 upgrades, +2 melee and +3 Carapace coming online. Added an Adrenal Glands, Chitin playing on into that as well. As we still see the rest of the bio and the tanks gathering together for the moment. Just going to have those tanks unsieging and relocating back around to the center. The Marines will come through. It's going to load back up. The Roach is going to get there, be able to clean that out, and that's going to be a nice little pick-off as well. So again, a good little shutdown for the moment. The Bio Force continue to come over. Let's just see the Bio actually going to step through. Hatchery going to be taking some damage. And we do just continue to try and shove forward. A couple of Medivacs going to get cancelled up. A few drones coming back in, and we will see still the 3-3 upgrades. Adrenal Glands, +3 Carapace, +2 melee. We'll continue to build here at the moment. The Ultras continuing up as well as the Bio gets around to the bottom side, and Cure going to chase over here and aim for this hatchery. It really does feel as though we're likely going to be on the way to a closing point soon as the Bio continues to fight. The couple of hatcheries will take some shots. Continuing down that bottom side, a couple of siege tanks continue to move over. Again, the Bio will fire. The Roach Ravager has to stay back for a little bit as well. See a couple of Ultras are going to dive forward here. A couple of the Bio units already going down. One siege tank getting picked away at. The Roach Ravager still coming online. Another couple of corrosive valves dropping in, but not quite able to land just yet as the Bio gets there. Picks off another Roach. Again, 3-3 upgrades, +2 vehicle weapons. All the upgrades coming through from Cure, and realistically, Skull just continue to be bullied back and unable to take good enough trades, especially when you're playing with these Roaches. Kind of just getting bullied and losing a little bit too much. Maybe with the Ultras, you have a bit of hope, right? But I just don't think they're powerful enough, as they don't even have +3 Carapace. That's an issue. It means they're just not as tanky as they want to be. And the tanks obviously do a lot here. Scarlett does clean out a lot of supply of Cure, but Cure has been mining much more, you know, undisturbed than what Scarlett has been. That's the biggest difference right now, is that Cure can just continue to rally units across to this other side of the map and continue to hit the hatchery on the left-hand side. And that really does make a big difference, so yeah, work being done there. A couple of Ultras and the Ravagers going to step up. Bio will take some damage. Ghost coming through. Liberators and Siege Tanks on the way up. Ghost still building. There's a little bit of Bio there. Just going to get rid of the hatchery once more. Ultra will step forward. The Ravager's going to continue up. Again, the rest of the Bio there as well as we get rid of another Ultra. Infestors on the way through as well, so bringing those out. Ghosts, Marines, Liberators, and Drilling Claws all going to be added on over the next little bit. And Cure is obviously in a very comfortable position right here. Definitely looking good at the moment. So drop over here is going to be able to get rid of this hatchery, so recancels that. Scott really trying to make a stand, really trying to just stay in this, but The Terran army's gotten better. I mean, we do get some good harassment offs with some burrowed roaches, so that's cute, but we've got some more work to be done, to be honest. The roach is going to step through. Ghost is going to be there. I mean, again, the problem is Scarlett just can't keep her hatcheries alive. Ultra going to get there. Bio will take damage. And see a bunch of that going down. And they just have, again, a couple of tanks firing away as well. Explosive vials, medevac, taking a couple of shots. Ultras, the Spire continue to come through. It's going to be seeing a hatchery, uplifting missiles coming over. Ghosts and Libs continue to be produced in for the moment. A little bit of Bio just stepping forward. A couple of creep teamers begin to go down. Factory's coming up. CC's coming by. A couple of Libs again just choking this position off. Scarlett trying to hang on in there. If she can just find an amazing trade maybe. And then perhaps there's some potential. Gets an amazing fungal to start with, to be fair. Hitting all of the ghosts. Hits a fungal from behind as well. I mean, if there's going to be a fight, this would be it. Great fungal growth as Scarlett takes the chance to dive in toward these siege tanks, and she will clean the tanks up. Widowmine missile turret will be getting cleaned up as well. The Ultra's still chasing over, and we will try and push our way through as Ravagers and Ultras get on top over there. A couple of Liberators will siege. That's another nice fungal growth. A couple of Ghosts still getting hit. Just going to be having the Ghosts able to turn the other way and go fighting. Snipe, snipe. A couple of Ravagers getting grabbed. Ghost Marauder just gathering up a little bit further once again. So again, coming back over here. A couple more snipes to get rid of those roaches once more. Marine Marauder is still producing through. We're at the medevac. We have the +2 vehicle plating on. Gonna try and get a snipe going here as we do end up onto this top left-hand hatchery. These Zerglings running up. Ravager's actually taking a bunch of damage off the Widow Mines in the background. Ghost cloaking. Bio pulling backward. +2 vehicle plating coming up. The Ultras, the +3 melee upgrade building as well. Scarlett, she had a great fight just again. She's honestly, she keeps hitting great fungals. She's getting so much value out of these fungals. But it's just she's far enough behind from the early game that it just isn't going to bring her back into it. Only 5 ghosts left on the map, by the way. We've killed 17. Scarlett's actually traded pretty well. 5k resources lost only is not bad. It's just she's never been in that position of outmining the Terran player, which is Zerg loves to be in, which is Zerg typically, you know, is capitalizing on. So again, Scarlett's had some really good moments, just the foundation she was building off of has been wobbly, and hence it's going to probably crumble down as Cure continues to attack. Maxed out again, he's consistently had the bag again, he's just mining so freaking much. Fungal growth comes down, a couple Ultra step through, Marine Marauder coming up, the Ghost is still sniping along, and then we just see a couple more Libs sieging as well. Parasitic Bomb going after the medevac. Gonna get rid of that hatchery. A few more broodlings going down. Bio's gonna stim forward again. Another nice fungal. Make it a second nice fungal. Coming in once more. Snipes continue to hit. We will just see the Bio continue to press forward. Another snipe. Widowmine's burrowing. GG is called, and that is going to be Cure taking game 1 of this BO. In the bottom right hand side, we're gonna have the red Zerg player. This is Scarlett. Down a game in this best of 3. Top left hand side, the blue Terran player from Team Liquid. We have Cure. As we get this up and rolling. That was a great game. Yeah, honestly, it was a great game. Was Scarlett kind of dying the majority of the game? Yes. But she held on, right? And she was able to make defenses while in difficult positions. It made it an enjoyable watch, even if it did seem like Cure was always going to win. It's one of those weird ones where it's like, was Cure ever really in any danger? No. He was extremely well set up. The economy was good. The infrastructure was amazing. So he was never really in trouble, even when Scarlett took a good fight. But it was still fun to watch because there were good fights. Hold on, moving through. Reaper heading down to the south. Double Queens, link speed building. That first Reaper starts to hit for a couple of moments. Reaper doing some damage, link speed coming through. And Reaper just firing orbital command coming up. The ECC and the reactor continue to come through for a moment. Match drones, link speed. Building up as well. Alright, well, a few drones, a couple of queens continuing in for the moment. We get that on the go. Starport, Command Center, the Hellions, and the SCVs building also. You see the Overlord hanging about too. A couple of Hellions stepping across. Yeah, Hellions, CC, Refinery. Continue to come through for the moment as the SCVs continue to come about. Queens and the drone on the way. Add some Zerglings on as well. Just bring that out for the moment. Shoot, Hellions taking some damage. Hellions will get that Zergling, so it does go down. And again, the Banshee, cloaking, etc. on the way up as you get that ready to go as well. Time drones, fallings. Again, the important part is not taking too much damage early to the Terran aggression, to the Terran poking and prodding. That's going to be your secret to having that solid early game that gets you to the mid game you can kind of power through with. Back to the center. Overlord still hanging about. Banshee and the cloaking coming up. Larry's on the way through as well. Zerglings will step around. Our Queen's going to be there. The Hellions get turned away immediately. No look for those just yet. We have 2 engineering bays still coming up. That Banshee still coming down. Hatchery gets going on the bottom side as well. There's a few Hellions dive in on the right side, going to get after a few drones. Stim, barracks, factory onto the tech lab, got settled down. The Rotron and the evolution chambers building up as well. Still got the Hellions back through to the middle. 1-1 upgrades, and that stim pack building also. And the Hellions are going to take the chance to knock down a couple of creep tumors already. So some creep going down. Still got the upgrades coming up. The barracks are going to build. We have ourselves the evolution chambers and Roadroar and continue to come online as well. Add an overseer onto that, and again, just see the couple of overlords continue to produce for the moment. That is 5 drones dead, and that is a obviously continuing issue if these Banshees can get away. And they can maybe come back and deal more damage again in the future. And again, that's the sort of damage that starts to add up a little bit. That's the sort of damage that Cure really likes to see, because it really does slow down the Zerg at very little cost to himself. So he's going to like that. Still poking with the Hellions, but Scarlett's defense overall, I mean, she's not had like a gaping hole in her defense where it's just been Hellions dive through and tons of drones go down, but still around the edges, it's a little bit blurry, and the units have been able to find 11 drones so far in a 7-minute game. Now Scarlett's again going to play the missile upgrade and into the Roaches and Infestation Pit to accompany that. Roach Speed also in production currently. Hellions join toward the third base, 1-1 upgrades and the Combat Shield coming over. The Armory and the Factory coming online as well. Just have that Factory finishing up in a moment as our Marines will get through for a couple of Creep Jammers. So a bunch of Creep getting cleaned out. Medevac coming back in. Upgrade still building. And you have the Zerglings heading over that left-hand side. And Combat Shield finishing very soon. The 1-1 upgrades are about to complete. Still got that CC coming up. And the Factory getting going on the Tech Lab. So Factory on the Tech Lab, we get that underway. The Zerglings will settle down on the left as the rest of the Marines gather around on the bottom as well. Just going to be seeing those Marines stepping forward. A couple of Roaches and Ravagers already taking some shots. Again, the 2-2 Combat Shield and the vehicle weapons built in as well, as we see a bit more creep coming out over on that right-hand side. And just continue to succeed, and we do see a couple of cancels coming about. Some drones taking some damage. Our Queens will continue over. Again, Combat Shields is about to finish up, and our +1 vehicle weapons will be coming online as well. Siege Tanks, Marines will continue to come through. The Command Center going to build up as well on the front. Uncle Growth is going to absolutely whiff. Two Medevacs head up to the center. 2 upgrades on the way out, +1 vehicle weapons coming by as well, as the Marines will unload, and we get rid of a couple changelings right off the bat there, so damage done immediately. Now Marine Tank Hellbat heading down from the middle and heading to the center here as a couple of Banshees peel away to the side. The Ultra coming up, the couple hatches coming through at that Bane speed on, Adrenal Glands as well. Continue to get set up there for the moment as the things fire through. The few Marines are going to be there as well, taking down some extra Zerglings on top of everything else right now. Marine Tank Hellbat comes firing through the other side. Still going to have ourselves the Queens just pulling back, the Overseer gathering back as well. Again, Ultra Cavern coming through, melee and carapace upgrades building. A couple of tanks will siege as we continue to pressure down into the lower portions of this map. 2-2 coming up, just going to see the Queens are going to be right there. Banshee's going to get peeled away. Couple Hellbats still taking some damage, so again, a few shots coming about as the Ling Bane Roach Ravager joins up together. We look for the chance to push onto this Bioforce. A couple tanks joining and gathering up still. Roaches and Queens still making their way about. We do have ourselves the Titan's Plane coming through, the melee and carapace upgrades coming through. Scarlett so close to getting so much to help her with the defense here. Can she clean this up? She does have good creep and good base control on the right side, which is something she didn't really have as much in the last game. As she dives into this fungal growth on the ramp, but she doesn't have any Banelings left, but the Ultras will chomp through, and the army on the top side here will dissipate as Scarlett breaks into the final tanks, and that is going to be a cleanup from Scarlett. Rebuild already underway. Scarlett will take a supply lead after this fight, with money in the bank to spend as well. In fact, she's going to chase across the other side, but you got to be super careful. Going across the map against a Terran player is never a given, and you've got to be super cautious that you're not overcommitting in right now. That depot wall is going to make things complicated. You just got to be super cautious about whether you commit in or not right now. So again, being very careful with that. As the 3-3 upgrades come through, +2 vehicle weapons, tank, Ghost Academy, Marine Marauder all building, additional Zerglings popping out. Vipers coming back around, the Ravager, Bane gathering also on the right side. A couple of Queens are going to spread, push some creep further forward. Ultra's still building up as we take a few moments. A couple change-ins will step right to the center. The tanks will waste no time at all removing those from the equation. The Ultras wanting to dive in right there, chasing after some of the bio. A couple of bios will aim and kill the siege tank right off the bat. So that's going to be a nice grab as well. Bio getting through, a couple creep teamers going down. Able to make some pickings right here as some damage is done. And a couple of additional liberators, and those ghosts continue to come about as well. Still got the drilling claws on the way up here, so bringing that straight on by. A few more corrosive vials, and the medevacs are going to get hit once more. Don't be wrong, Scarlett again has continued to take some good fights. Just the question of, are those good fights enough to make up for some of the other trades that Cure has found throughout the matchup? Resource loss, about a 2k difference is typically very fine as well. Love the Nidus, love the Dropper Lords as well. Some action on the map, some activity that's going to put Cure under pressure. Try and make his life a little bit more difficult as well. Sorry, we actually get a fungal growth and a little catch in the top right-hand side, so we will be able to get a grab there. Now we're just going to continue to the top. And as the few Banelings are going to roll in toward the mineral line, we are going to crash through for a couple of SCVs. Scarlett with a genuine opportunity to kill a base here. Now she's got a lot of units on the left side as well. That building CC is unlikely going to get up. And Scarlett does back away. Should be able to keep a lot of these units alive. Gotta be careful with those ghosts they're chasing, but they cloak, so they should have a little bit of safety on them. Building CC here gets cancelled. 13 SCVs going down. Scarlett just needs to keep spending her money. She's got a ton of money available in the bank right now, so does just need to get to that. As the Zerglings continue to wrap around and finish off a refinery, the Ultras try and step forward again. Bio going to be in some trouble as the Ultras continue to get cleaned up for the moment. There's a ton of Banelings on the way in. 29 Banelings being added right now. The Ultras and the Infestors coming up too. Some of the Drop Lords into the top left side are empty right now, so they're not going to do much else at the moment, but Scarlett is ready with a bunch of Banes, especially on that right side, and Ultra is ready to lead the charge. She wants this base. She wants to knock the economy of the Terran down and stop Cure from being able to stabilize in this game. Ideally, you get the planetary, you force these bases to lift, you get some army along with it. Parasite Bomb going to get rid of all three of those medevacs. Cure does not micro those, busy elsewhere apparently. Does have a CC landed here. Scarlett did not get rid of the command center though, so that position will be held onto. Again, Marine Marauder, Ghost Medevac, all in production. Ling Ultra being brought up as well. A couple of Vipers will come to the top. Gonna eat a Widow Mine shot on one of those straight away. Ultra's diving through. Fungal Growth gonna land. The Ultra is gonna get grabbed. Both those Ultras going down. EMPs onto the Infestors. Two more Ravagers also being cleaned up right there as the Ultras come through. The Zerglings are coming online. Spies building. Again, Infested and the Ultras coming through. There is going to be the Nidus in the upper right corner for the moment. Good team of there getting cleaned out. Scarlett going to again continue to play around this map with the Nidus elsewhere. Now a Nidus in the back of the main base also. And a lot of units gathered on the left side. Scarlett looking for the chance to dive this location. There's a lot of Terran here though. It's not going to be an easy one to fight. I tell you what, a lot of the Ghosts don't have too much energy. They already did a bunch of sniping, but Blinding Cloud coming down. Love to see a Blinding Cloud maybe on the Bioforces, force them to step forward or way further back potentially. I mean, right now it may not even be necessary. The Ghost in the front going down as well, so Scarlett's getting some good cleanups here. Her economy is looking strong behind this with 77 drones against 40 SCVs. A Fungal comes down. We will see the last few Ultras now going down, but this is where Scarlett looks to rebuild. Did she give up a little bit too much? It's big Ultras, big Lings on the rebuild. She kills 29 SCVs. Like I say, the economy of Cure hurting, but he can build 6 SCVs at once, so it's not an immediate issue, although Scarlett mining pretty much every other base on the map is maybe a little bit more of an immediate issue and something for us to keep on thinking on. The problem is that she doesn't get rid of any real... I mean, she gets rid of SCVs, but she doesn't get rid of a base. She doesn't stop Cure from necessarily mining anywhere. from here for now, just because the SCVs transfer back over, but that means the Terran will sustain an economy that can rebuild the army up, and that right now I think may be just the biggest problem. And Nidus into the bottom left side comes straight into play. +3 melee, +2 missiles, a couple of infestors added on, +1 flyer attack, and flyer carapace both building as well. And the couple of infestors still coming up, the extra drones on the way through. Another dive. This time Cure is out of position. He's more to the left. And Scarlett switching sides is going to find her way into this mineral line. Orbital's under fire. Not being lifted off just yet. The planetary very low. Don't even know if we want to necessarily rush in to finish the planetary off. We do get it. Okay. I was going to say, I wouldn't hate if she left without killing it, just for the fact that Orbital's going to replace it anyway. There's no point giving up like a bunch of Ultras or something in that scenario for no reason, right? So, I do not hate her choice there. Just back this off fairly swiftly as a bit of bio comes back through the center. Some creep tumors going down. The Ultra Infestor pulling back also. About to step up. Marauder going down. One mine shot connected onto a few Zerglings. Stim up. We are going to see those Ultras diving in. A couple of Banes going to crash in. Good fungals give the Ultras a chance to connect, but not good enough. A couple SCVs going down. Just going to see the Greater Spire coming through. Ultras and Infestors coming about as well. Still have that Greater Spire building up as the bio regathers up on the top side here. Spire builds. It's going to be seeing the Ultras, the Infestors continuing through for the moment. Get those rebuild up. What's the resources lost like? About 11k difference. That's fine if Cure really never gets other bases. Like on 5 bases and Scarlett mining all the other bases that she is. That is fine overall, just again, it really comes down to not letting Cure get more than he's already given. In the air, so continuing through, the couple of Vipers coming over. Parasitic bomb coming down. Gonna get rid of that planetary fortress. Flying cloud dropping, just gonna be seeing a few more ghost sniping. Ultra still taking shots. Extra Ghost Marine and Marauders coming up. The Ultras are going to come through. +2 flyer attack upgrade on the way out as well. Continue to bring that straight into play as the bio steps into the center. Hatchery has to cancel. I'm going to step up. A couple of those creep tumors going down. We will have the army heading to that upper right-hand side. This is where exactly what I mean about not letting Cure have another base. This is a location Scarlett wants to mine out, and it gives her a massive advantage if she does so. But if the Terran mines this position instead, it really flips the state of the game in a big way. So 100% something to look at as the Ultras are going to dive in. Scarlett knows it's a good position for her to fight in terms of not letting the Terran get this base. However, running around these choke points and corners with these Ultras is not ideal, and they are melting away. The snipes are pew-pew-pewing. And the Ultras just disappear. There was not a single Infestor or Fungal to slow down those snipes. And it looks as though, successfully, we will get to this base location for Cure. And that is huge because I can only imagine resources lost is even worse off for Scarlett now than before. 47 to 30,000. So Scarlett's in a worse off position there. She's going to have to let the Terran have that location. And this is genuinely going to become a problem. I mean, the left side's not mining, I guess. So a little bit of a win in that regard for now. We're just at this point where the Terran army trades better against what the Zerg has. And I don't know if Scarlett is... I mean, Scarlett just isn't wanting to tech up at all. I think she just needs to hit better spellcasting. I mean, if you hit enough Fungals, this army composition can be absolutely fine, but you need to hit the fungals. You need to get the Vipers involved. The spellcasting must be a part of this to accompany these ultras and to truly give them an opportunity and a chance. Fire Ghost around the top. Two Widow Mines coming through. Marauders coming up. Medevacs are on the way. Medevac Marauder Ghost continuing through. Just going to see the army coming down the right side. Get a few crew teamers removed there straight away. Fungal gonna land on the Ghost. It's gonna be a really nice catch. A couple of those Ghosts begin to go down immediately. Just gonna see a Widow Mine firing back the other side. The Orbital Command gonna drop into place as well. As Cure just fights forward for another location. Like I say, you need these Fungals to land. Especially just more than anything, I mean, obviously, A, you hold units in position, but B, you stop the snipes from happening. Love this from Scarlett as well. Counter-attacking the left side, so if you do take progress on the right side as Cure, at least the left side's being limited as much as possible. Cure has 156 army supply. I think that's the issue, is that Scarlett's army is kind of made to run in and fight and wrap around. But you're doing that with initially 30 less army supply. Like, it's so difficult to make this composition work against the size of the Terran army. There's not really, like... I mean, honestly, the best option might be to try and get this Terran army to split up and then capitalize if you split two wrong in one way. Like, I just don't know if these fights are truly going to go your way. A couple of Thanes gather with the Fungals. I mean, that's nice. That's sort of what you want. Begin to break through here, and... well, another nice fungal growth. The Fungals have been absolutely king for Scarlett so far. That is going to be huge. What a way to dismantle the army. I don't know if this army can do it, I say. Scarlett says, shut up, Wardy, and watch how it's done. The Fungals are the key to this. The Fungals allow all those Banes to connect. They allow the Ultras to chomp. And that is going to be the reason why she's successful. Now she doesn't have fungal energy, but does she just have enough army to keep going? Gotta be careful, I think, still. Gotta still respect what the Terran has. It's only a few Ghosts now. Well, okay, there's actually still 10 Ghosts. And try and step forward here. The Ghosts in the front will start to have their snipes cancel. A few Ghosts left, kind of tanking the Ultras. I mean, the Ultras are kind of tanking a bunch of shots as well. This is why you've got to be careful still. Imagine one fungal there. None of those snipes happen, and it's such a different scenario. And that's why you've still got to be very careful. The Liberators are a continued issue too. We have a few Corruptors, but not overly many. Infestors, no! Scarlett realizes it. She's going to pull them back, losing only one. And the mistake is halted. Get rid of a few crew tumors. We just need the Infestors to regather energy. 7 new Ultras on the way as well. Scarlett might need to give up this location. Abducting the Liberators. The Corruptors should be able to get on top of those. The Ultras diving through, but into Ghostfire. Again, we've got a lot more Ultras on the way up. We just need a bit of time to actually gather those in. Parasite bomb onto a Medevac. We try and stop some of the healing. There's a fungal growth. The Ultras are going to die, but again, we're missing so many of the Ultras. The damage output is just good right now. Scarlett has 70, 80 Lings on the way out. Are they going to be able to fight this? I'm still not even convinced because it's a lot of bio. And that bio's been honestly great so far, but it is running out of healing. It is running out of numbers, and eventually Scarlett is going to push through to close down this army. Failings from the other side. GG says Cure, and Scarlett will scramble her way to victory in Game 2 of this best of 3. Cannot allow yourself to continue to get fungled so freaking frequently here. Need to fix that. Need to get that sorted. As we have in the bottom left, the red Zerg is going to be Scarlett tying this series up 1-1 in this best of 3, while in the top right, our blue Terran is going to be Cure. Oh, what a great match. I say we definitely stumbled across a great one early today in the WardiTV Mondays edition 40. And so good to be with you all. And dare I just take a moment to sell out? We actually have ads running, so it's not a great time to sell out, but if you are enjoying the games, guys, if you're enjoying the WardiTV events, do consider supporting. If you've got a sub available or Prime sub sitting there ready to be used, You got a few dollars to throw our way. All of it helps us to keep on running StarCraft 2 tournaments. If you specifically want to see the prize pools of these tournaments funded, we have a Patreon page, patreon.com/WardiTV. 100% of pledges on the Patreon go directly into WardiTV tournament prize pools. So do go check that out. If you want to, again, support the prize pools of these events directly. If you don't want to use Patreon and you want to support the prize pools, you're always welcome to donate and just let me know it's for the tournaments. Again, our #1 goal here on WardiTV is to keep the StarCraft 2 events coming, give the players StarCraft to play in. It's always what we are looking to prioritize. As we have top right, our orbital command morphing in. The Reaper on the way through, the command center coming up, our hatchery on the natural, and we get settled here in game 3 of the series in the early stages. Couple queens, few lings coming up. The Marine going to build up on the barracks. The Overlord of Scarlett heading across the map early to try and see a bit of what's going on. We're going to head straight down to the bottom. Going to get into the natural here and see the hatch, see the few Zerglings. Going through for the moment, just going to start trading for now. We'll shoot a couple of drones, taking some shots. The Lings try and fire back the other way. Queen going to gather up together. Ling speed, drone, hatchery. Continue to produce on through. CC's in the factory still building up here again. The Overlords and the Ling speed will continue out. A hatchery on the front. A third hatch now coming online as well, so we get that settled in. Reaper coming in. Get that established too for the moment. We're going to shoot. Reaper taking some hits. Last game started well for Cure 2. He did some good harassment. It was 11 drones killed with no units lost. It was already a good start. It was that kind of harassing start that I again have said that I feel like sometimes Scarlett has some issues with, so see what the next step of this may be. Let's just have, again, a couple of Hellions, SCVs in the command center coming through for the moment. Reaper and a couple of Hellions down that bottom side as our Queens and our Lings and our drones continue to come through. Hellions and the Reaper stepping by, taking a quick tumor as we go, getting into this mineral line. A couple of Lings start going down. The Queen's still going to be there, turning the Hellions about just for the moment. Again, a few more of these drones will take some damage. So a couple of workers going down already. He's going to get rid of one drone there. The few Zerglings coming across. Get a little bit of a surround on those Hellions. Going to be able to get a grab on those straight away. Hellion is going to take a few more hits of damage. And the Hellions on the other side are going to hit the mineral line as well. So a few more drones dropping as well. Things continue through. Reaper is going to drop. And that should be that for the moment. The Queens will continue to gather. And yeah, Stimpack, Hellions, Marine continuing up. 11 additional drones coming through as we continue to gather in. They're building. And drones are coming online. Our Overlord and our Spore Crawlers coming up as well. We do see the Hellions there are going to push the Zerglings back the other way. A few SCVs gathering also just for the moment. There is about halfway done. The Lings and the Overlord coming up and online. Hatchery extractor building for now. Just going to be seeing the Hellions still gathering. Get rid of one Zergling coming around the other side. Just going to be seeing a couple of shots continuing through still. Apparently, I'm just going to GG out. Has too many drones and too many Lings fall. A little bit of a lackluster final game. I mean, we have just been kind of getting poked about here and there, and just liberated in the main base. Killed the queen. Spawner in position. Just goes a little bit wrong. Oof.